You're all set, go ahead.
My name is Amy Croto. I am hearing officer assigned to today's dog hearing. It is Thursday, July 24th. The time is 11:30 a.m. I'll read into the record the notice from the town manager dated July 7, 2025, addressed to a Ms. Sheila Christian, 200 Stevens Street, apartment B18 in Hyannis, Mass. Dear Ms. Christian, I have scheduled a hearing under the provisions of Chapter 140, Section 157 of the Mass General Laws on Thursday, July 24th, 2025 at 11:30 p.m. based on a complaint received regarding a dog harbored by you. The complaint states the dog is dangerous, which is in violation of the Town of Barnstable dog regulations, specifically Chapter 403-15. The hearing will take place at Town Hall, 367 Main Street, Hyannis, Mass, in the Selectmen's Conference Room on the second floor. You'll be given every opportunity to be heard at this time. I request that you make every effort to attend this hearing. Sincerely, Mark S. Ells. And the complaint that was received on the 1st of July to the town manager's office from a James Dunleavy, address 200 Stevens Street, apartment A15. After first being duly sworn, makes this his affidavit and states the dog owned by Sheila Christian, residing or being kept at 200 Stevens Street, apartment B18, Hyannis, Mass, is a nuisance or dangerous by reason of, and no box was checked, but since this is a dangerous dog hearing, one could assume it was dangerous disposition. Being described as a black and tan Yorkshire Terrier named Sophie. The facts as stated, my guest and I had returned to Adams Court mid-afternoon on Saturday, June 28th. We had some bags, and I had my guest's dog, a Bijou, on a leash. An unattended Yorkie ran directly to and began viciously attacking the Bijou. Because the Yorkie still had its leash attached, my guest tried to step on the leash while we pulled the Bijou away. When the Yorkie's owner violently shoved my guest from behind and began hurling profane insults and not attending to her Yorkie to quell the disturbance. I feel this type of incident is 100% avoidable by removing the vicious Yorkie from the property as the only effective remedy. And that was dated June 30th, 2025. At this time, I would like anyone who's planning on providing testimony to please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear the evidence you're about to give in this matter is the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay. So I will probably take some notes just to aid with the hearing process after. But Mr. Dunleavy, if you would like to, if there's anything you'd like to add that speaks to the disposition of the dog, Sophie.
Well, I mean, that's pretty much the whole story there. But it has come to my attention since this particular incident happened that I'm not the only person in the complex who's had to deal with this type of thing. And, you know, it's an adult complex. It's a very nice complex. And most of the residents are seem very grateful to be there. And, you know, it's perfect all year round. The grounds are well maintained. I'm very satisfied there. But I have young granddaughters who come to visit, you know, from time to time. And, you know, and of course, this particular person I referred to as my guest is not coming there anymore.
Okay.
But there's no need for anything like this. I mean, again, it's, you know, I don't have a pet, a dog or anything, but, you know, I do appreciate the fact that it is up to the owner to, you know, maintain some control over the dog and over oneself in dealing with a situation like this. This whole thing, you know, dogs are dogs, you know. This particular little Yorkie, again, has been a nuisance, you know, around the complex.
What's he to say?
I can't.
But no, that's okay.
That's
all right.
I can't really accept into testimony any other situations that have either not been documented by animal control or that are not supported by people who would have brought that forward.
I'm just, you know, again, this type of situation is unacceptable. anywhere else, so I don't think it should be acceptable at 200 Stevens Street.
Sure. 200 Stevens Street does allow pets?
They do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sheila, Christian?
Yes. Well, I know Jim from the complex, but I also, as he knows, coached his daughters in cheerleading too. Now he has little granddaughters who are wonderful little kids. The youngest one was afraid of dogs. The oldest one would come over and pet her. My dog isn't vicious. The little one, she's getting better now. She comes over and pets the dog when she comes. Now the situation here with it, totally right. I lost the leash, okay? And I just brought this stuff so you can see. When I was in the backyard with my neighbor sitting there, and I had Sophie on the chair next to me. Sophie is in the middle of dying, okay? And she hadn't eaten for 9 days, and she hadn't had a bowel movement even longer. So she was on some heavy medication too. But she was, as I thought she was, sleeping right next to me, okay? And I had the leash down. And out of nowhere, she just booked. And I was trying to catch it fast enough. I got a torn rotator cuff here, and I got to have surgery on my foot. And I'm getting as fast as I can there. When I got there, they're screaming at me, both of them, "Get your dog off, get your dog off." She said I hit her from the back, but I never saw her back. I saw her front because she had a dog holding the dog up. And my dog was attached to her fur. And I'm pulling the dog off. Now, she thought I hit her by pulling the dog off. I don't know how, because she was holding her dog.
Okay. It can get confusing, like person-to-person interactions, but ultimately the dog hearing is to address the disposition of the dog and
Right.
doesn't have anything to do with anything that
No,
happened
so
between the adults.
I'm sorry, I went to go, next morning I was gonna go over there and speak to her. And when I got out there, I got up extra early so I could go and try to catch it. And she had already left that morning. And I was gonna apologize because it was my fault as far as that goes.
Sure.
I've had a couple other incidences with this other neighbor, which went to court and stuff like that. And she's not all dog friendly, so I'm aware of that. That's why Jim has never seen that dog off the leash with me. He cannot even say that. And when he would see her, he'd go, "Oh, hi, Sophie, you're so sweet." I mean, if she's vicious, why are you telling her she's so sweet? And I don't know who else you were talking about except for Janice. Who he was talking about except for Janice.
I have no previous knowledge of anything, that happened here. We're just speaking to this one incident because that's what's, in the complaint. So it sounds like, and you have,
I was just gonna show you. This is her the hospital stuff.
okay,
Okay. And also, to my defense, I went to housing. They're not supposed to have any dogs there that don't belong there, that live there. And then housing said they'd back me up on that one because it's right here in the lease. In order to have that permission, you have to go and you have to have all the dog's information. It has to belong to you. You can't have a visitor's dog there unless you ask permission for a certain time, and then you're gonna have to show all the paperwork like we did. And then we have to pay for the dogs too. And it's right here in the lease, and I told him, and I was yelling at him, I told him, "Look at your leash, the dog's not even supposed to be here." So, yeah, this is part of the lease after.
okay. So these are discharge instructions for Sophie, discharged on the 13th of June. It does show she was under some pain medications and fluid therapy, and
She had jaundice as well as
as
liver
I was gonna
failure.
say, it looks like she has some liver issues
Yes,
among some
liver
other health concerns. Okay, Animal Control Officer Lewis?
Okay. Assistant Animal Control Officer Cindy Sherman covered this event, and Mr. Devin Levy called in stating that his girlfriend was visiting with her dog, and the dog was attacked by the Christian's dog. Apparently Jim's girlfriend, I don't know if that's the proper term, but that's what's in the report, did not want to report, so no information was provided on the young lady or the dog. Was reported by Jim and Sheila that there were no injuries. And she writes, apparently Sheila was sitting on the bench with her dog when the other party arrived with dog on leash. She did not see the dog, and her dog went after it. She immediately, this means Christensen immediately grabbed the dog's leash as she was not holding on to it at the time. And then Devlin reports that Christian put her hands on the girlfriend after the incident, but again, that particular person did not want to make a big deal of it. Town manager nuisance dog hearing request was mailed to Mr. Devlin, and Christensen was reminded that we're now in a calendar year. So I'm assuming that's for a dog license. The quarantine order was issued, and I went out on July 8th to actually, no, there was no quarantine issued, I'm sorry. On July 8th, I completed the hand service for this particular dog hearing to Sheila Christensen at her apartment. And while I was there, I discussed the dog not being current on its dog license, so I issued a verbal warning. The dog was licensed that day.
Okay, so the dog is licensed now.
Can I respond to that?
When we come back to you, you absolutely can.
And I did mention that I served the notice in hand on July 8th.
Okay. Mr. Dunleavy, do you have anything else to add?
No.
Okay. Yes.
As far as the dog license goes, I really thought I had, and I brought all the tags out to him, and he said, Sheila, it's not licensed. I said, then she'll be licensed today. So I went to the town hall, and I said, I could have sworn I was licensed. And he says, you cannot believe how many people are having this problem because they switched over.
Yep.
And I said, well, why didn't I get a notice? And he looked it up on there, and he said, what's your email address? I told him what it was. They had a different email address.
Sure.
And so I didn't get a notice.
Yeah,
So
but
we
it,
changed that.
it's up to date, it's licensed now.
Oh,
so,
yeah, everything. You get
Okay.
too much money in it.
Okay. All right, and Charlie, do you have anything to add?
I would just note that we do have some history with this particular dog and
You do?
another tenant
Okay.
with the same type of interactions between dogs and obviously between parties.
Okay.
And the housing authority has been made aware of those particular situations.
Okay.
I think they're well over a year ago now.
Okay. All right. Well, if nobody has anything else to add, I think we've heard exactly what happened that day. I will close the hearing. It is now 11:43 a.m. And the minutes from this hearing will be forwarded to the town manager for his review. And as mentioned before, probably within about 10 business days, if a town manager order is warranted, then it would be issued. Do you want this back? Do you want a copy of it for the file?
That's entirely up to you.
Okay, I think we will just in case, just to show
That's
that
fine.
it's correct that the dog was in treatment. All right, you guys are free to go.
So
Thank you very much.
All right.